Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny video. And in today's video, I want to go over some of the more behind the scenes stuff that surfaced as a result of yesterday's mega 6GB 1.1.2 update, or 4GB if you're on Xbox. I already spoke about the two new social spaces, the one in the Reef, we now know to be named the Queen's Bay, and one set on Mercury called the Halls of Amentet that has something to do with the Trials of Osiris. However, social spaces were only the beginning. There's so much more, so let's get started. First up, strikes. You may remember I put up a video about the Belly of the Beast a while back, the fallen ketch located just off the shore of the moon, and with some careful glitchy jumping, you can get there and explore. At the time, we knew this strike as the Belly of the Beast, but as of yesterday's update, that seems to have changed. At least, I think it has. Right now, here's what we have. The strike is called the Shadow Thief, and the description is as follows. Tanic Sin, the Fallen's most notorious mercenary, is leading a strike force on the moon. Board his ketch and kill him, or he will continue to cut a trail of death across the system. Now, it is entirely possible that the Belly of the Beast and this strike are separate, and one of them is going to be used as the PlayStation exclusive. However, given that they both take place on a ketch and they both take place on the moon, I find that highly unlikely. Next up, let's talk story missions. 3 story missions surfaced yesterday. A Joining of Houses, an Army of Wolves, and the World Ravager. A Joining of Houses requires that we scour the Cosmodrome, find and assassinate the Wolves Baron, and any of his co-conspirators. Then, an Army of Wolves will have us track the House of Wolves through Caldera on Venus, and kill the Wolfpack before their Kel Skolas can rally the fallen House of Winter to his cause. This is beginning to sound like an episode of Game of Thrones. Anyway, lastly, the World Ravager reads as follows. Skolas has his eyes set on the Vex Citadel on Venus. Capture him before he can plunder the secrets of space and time. Now, the Vex Citadel is yet another DLC area that is currently accessible through some rather careful glitchy jumping. I haven't covered that one just yet, but if you would like to see a video on how to get there and just what it looks like, then comment down below letting me know and I'll put something together for you guys. Either way, the Vex Citadel is located on Venus and is accessible through a fancy portal. But what's more interesting is that it's received a visual overhaul as a result of yesterday's patch. Next up, quests. If you've played the dot below, then you'll know that the story was told through a combination of branching quests and missions. And thanks to yesterday's database, we also have 3 quests. Dark Raider, Duel of the Silent Fang, and Wolves Gambit. Dark Raider reads, a High Priest of the House of Wolves has been sent to the Hellmouth. Track him and his crew, stop them from stealing the Hive's darkest secrets. Then, Duel of the Silent Fang requires that we locate and eliminate Skolas' elite assassins, the Silent Fang. And lastly, Wolves Gambit reads, a pack of fallen wolves is picking a fight with the Vex on Venus. Head along to the Shattered Coast and track down the wolves to uncover Skolas' plan. So, using the dot below for comparison, that seems about right. 3 main story missions or nodes that will be added to the map, along with a few branching quests, all of which will help tell the story of the House of Wolves, and will ultimately end up leading us to either the Prison of Elders, or the raid that will be released later this year. So, speaking of the Prison of Elders, I covered this in yesterday's video, but there is one more thing to add. As we know, this is currently going to be the replacement for a raid. This is one of our endgame activities, and the description for it reads, this combat arena pits brave Guardian fire teams against the solar system's deadliest enemies. Not all who enter survive, but those who do earn glory and the greatest treasures of the Reef. The bit I didn't get yesterday was the not all who enter survive, but those who do earn glory and the greatest treasures of the Reef. So I would imagine, given that the level cap will be raised, but we won't have a raid, this will therefore yield the endgame gear we require to hit that all-important new level cap. Plus, obviously, the Trials of Osiris as well, but that's a topic for another video. As for Skolas, it's entirely possible that we don't actually face off against him until, say, the raid is released, or alternatively, maybe, just maybe, he is a boss in the Prison of Elders. This picture right here is the only thing we have of the Prison of Elders, and that looks remarkably like a portal. And during the House of Wolves teaser, this fallen captain, maybe Skolas, maybe someone else, was seen roaming around in the snow. Now, speculation would indicate that this could potentially be Europa, one of the other planets we have yet to explore. However, given that Bungie haven't said anything about adding a new planet, it could well be that the Prison of Elders teleports you to a variety of different locations and would therefore indicate why he's roaming around in the snow. Maybe we follow him there, maybe he's nothing to do with it, maybe it's just an arena. Right now we don't know much about it, we will obviously find out in a couple of weeks, but for now that was just a little bit of speculation. Anyway, that, my friends, is it for this video. There is still more to talk about: PvP modes, maps, bounties, exotic ships and schematics, but I didn't want to pile all of that into one huge video. So instead, I'll follow up later on with more videos for the remaining information. Also, massive shout out to Reddit user Shadowfilm, at least I think that's how you say your name. It's SHDWFLM, but he's kind of missed out the letters. But anyway, Shadowfilm, either way, thank you very much to him for pulling all this information together. I'll leave a link to his complete post on Reddit in the description box down below, so you can go and check it out. But aside from that, hopefully you enjoyed this video, hopefully you found it helpful, and thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.